because it wasn't starting up right.
And it was, you know, super frustrating.
Welcome to a stream. We've got Zig and
Oh,
we got myself, and no, that's fine. We do like we always do. We're talking about the other stuff that we do while we are doing intros. Zig is flying with us. Zig is talking. Zig is flying. Zig is grumpy because he was playing Arma.
yeah, and getting my butt kicked.
Getting his butt kicked. I didn't get my butt kicked, but although I did, I didn't die as many times as I should have because Stu kept running over, saving me after I was a bullet sponge. But what are we doing? We are flying, and we are in air hauler. Zig is flying somewhere in Tennessee. I've got this mission where I got to carry these 7 people to Sioux Falls, North Dakota. I've got them on board or ready to. The boarding starts in 4 minutes. We're in my Beechcraft King Air 200B. Everything should be set up to take off. I did some runs last night with commodities that was very profitable, and we'll talk about that here after we get up and in the air where, you know, we have nothing to do while we're flying. And we're going to make this a quick trip because this plane won't be slow. Boarding starts in 3 minutes. So if we're down to 3 minutes, what we'll do is we'll start doing stuff like turning lights and stuff on. And Zig can tell us about how his flying is going.
My flying's going fine. I'm just cruising, except I don't have a beer in the cup holder yet. But you know, they'll be here soon after I land. Do a regroup.
Do a regroup. Okay. Are you gonna stream later yourself, or?
Yeah, after I do a regroup, like I said, I'm gonna land and do a restart, and then refill my beer so I can get an attitude adjustment after the Arma.
That works. So that we can let those go. Draco's already in chat, so we'll tell everyone. Draco will be around later. He's will be flying. He will be streaming, so we will suggest to everyone that watches either this or comes in late, and we'll remind everyone. Zig's streaming. I'm streaming. Draco's streaming. Put all of them up on your YouTube. Create a tab and watch all of them, because you're going to see something from all of them. Now, what did he say?
You just happen to be a
the sponge. Okay, well, you know what? It's fair enough. But if you get timed out, you'll know why. All right, so we don't need that there any longer from...
So is that the King Air you're flying then?
I am flying the King Air tonight, yep.
Got it.
It helps if I'm going to check warning lights, if I can see the warning lights. So I'll check out those. It's all set. Beacons to on. Yeah, doesn't like it when it's on low power. It starts flashing that light. It's good. Make sure that is on. Turn on. Beacon light, tail light on. Radio tower light. Radio tower. Call, double check Barrow and weather.
Airport information Alpha 0358 Zulu. Wind 301 at 6. Visibility greater than 20 miles. Sky conditions clear. Temperature 312.19er. Altimeter 3001. ILS runway 26 left and visual. Runway 26 right in use. Landing and departing runway 26 left and runway 26 right. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact. You have Alpha. Spirit Airport information Alpha 0358 Zulu.
Ground
Wind
7.
301
Are you starting to learn the frequencies at our home base?
Me? No. I don't. I still don't put those in. I don't know how to use them in this plane. I can't seem to find a video of anybody actually using them, so. And I haven't had time to sit down and just play around and mess with it,
Okay.
which is probably what I really need to do. You know what I mean?
No, I do know what you mean. Because it takes
Like-
practice in putting them in and stuff like that.
Like I should, well, not even that so much, but just figuring out which buttons to click to arm it, and how I know when it's locked onto the ILS, and you know what I mean?
Right.
I should probably start a flight and then save it right when I'm outside of the approach coming into Spirit of St. Louis, and just save it there so I can like keep restarting mid-flight right before I need to do all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Right. When I'm even talking about like tower and the ground controls and taxiway, the comm signal. Just curious if you've started to learn what those are. Because I know,
I don't put any of those in.
Yeah.
Do you?
You can hit just a key in the ATC window. I've been also changing the comm and learning, trying to remember what they are.
Oh, well, I ain't doing that.
So all the passengers are in, so we'll shut the door. Door shut, secured. Shut the windows. Why do we have the windows open? Well, we just wanted a nice little breeze. It's late at night. Right in. Oh, not that. Right engine start first this time. Bump that. Prop spinning. Good. Over 50%. Generator on. Start, good. For engine 2 start. Pump that. Prop spinning. Over 50, over 60 already. Rest of the lights on. The ice. Medic arms. We're all set there. We're all set there. Oh. Last little things. We have passengers, so we'll auto on the one set of button switches that aren't exactly where you would expect to click them at. Seat belts. No smoking. Alright. Give us that. Oh, and we'll set up altitude. Do for altitude. Did 11,000 this time. We're headed north. Our way out, almost at about a 30, just so that we start to turn. Okay. I think I'm set. Graphics on. Timer in. Okay. What did she say? 26 left? 26 left. What we will do is that up, bump that up, and then have first thrust on this. There you go. Bump up the thrust just a little bit so we can taxi. Thank you. Now I have taxi lights on. Okay, good. Starting to recognize and remember where they tend to park me at and which runways to take off from. You know, the taxiways to get to the runway.
Right.
Lapsed right now. Good. I think that's all our setup. Okay. So everyone's in stream chatting. I'm not paying attention because I'm doing takeoff procedures. It's what happens at that point, right? Gotta make sure you take off correctly. And of course, that's when everyone...
Aviate, navigate, communicate.
Yeah. Don't plant this into a tree. Don't plant it into a wall.
Gear down.
Gear down, yeah. Pretty much the same thing I did when I was driving taxi. Let me make sure I get you to where you're going, and then I'll be a polite person and talk to you. Where are you going in Tennessee? Have you figured it out yet?
I don't remember. I didn't write down the town. KMOR.
Come on. Backed off the throttle just a little bit. Too much. Well, fly the DC-6 for a while, and then you fly this, and then it's a little different. So radio tower was 114. It's not. What is it? 124. 70. Yep, see, got it.
Spirit Tower, world travel Mike, Delta 202, ready for north departure at runway 26 left. World travel Mike, Delta 202, clear for takeoff. Runway 26 left, departure to the north first. Clear for takeoff. Runway 26 left, world travel Mike, Delta 202.
All right, taking off. Full mix, full prop. Lights, taxi lights off. Lined up, throttle. Barrel down the runway. Up. Taking off, gear up, laps up. So laps all the way up. Laps are all the way up. We're all set. We're in the air.
Well traveled, Mike Delta 202. You are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved. St. Louis departure, world travel Mike Delta 202. West Beach, in air 3 miles west of Spirit, west flight following.
Range is out so we can see.
St. Louis departure, squawk 5565.
Squawk. Code 5565.
World travel Mike Delta 202. Radar contact 4 miles west of Spirit 3000. Altimeter 3001.
This will do
World travel
TMB.
Mike Delta 202.
See you.
And we're up and off. So what do you think, Draco? Was that a good takeoff? Because he's our expert, you know, trainer, teaching us how to fly. Strobe light on. It's off. Dim lights in the back because it's night. Wait until we get to altitude and then I'll let them take their seat belts off. I think that's it. All set. Okay, so I flew last night after the stream, picked up some commodities at our home air base some wine and beverages or whatever the actual class is there, and then flew it down to Tallahassee. Bought about $800,000 worth of wine and spirits, and then sold it for $1.3 million. Used all of that to buy Blu-ray players, flew them back to KSUS, and sold them for $2,150,000. So that little venture was a good way of making our nest egg an actual nest egg now. So I think at least the private company will not falter. Now I want to get this mission done, keep the pilots going, and then do some actual virtual airline runs. And I'm thinking of getting a bigger, more modern plane for that, but that's going to take some cash still yet. But I might do some commodity runs in that if I can.
What kind of plane are you thinking about getting?
Well, nothing really big, maybe a 747. The Airbus, the big Airbus that I saw that got off that pack from Roy, but it's not going to be modeled real well. So I'm not sure how much I'm going to enjoy flying that. It's an introductory one from actually Flight Sim. So it's modeled, but it's not modeled nearly as nice as this. Actually, the in-game 747's nicer, a lot nicer plane than that one is. I can speak tonight. Really, I can. So wait a minute. Satisfaction, was it 75 or 77, and it's already up to 78 because it was a nice takeoff? Handoff to 1334 knowledge.
Going to 133.4 world travel Mike Delta 202.
Now let's just sit back and fly. It's quiet up here. There's no clouds. Where's all the rain? Heavy storms.
We don't need any of that.
We don't need any of that? Why not? Need practice flying in rough weather, right?
I can crash just fine without it. I've upped the challenge to night. This will be my second night landing in a row.
You've got night landings on the list, and you have you upped the realism at all yet?
Oh, no. Remind me to do that after I restart to look at that.
Okay.
I don't ever think about it till I'm in and playing, you know what I mean?
Seatbelts are off. Seatbelt sign is off, so now they can get up and move around.
It says the approach is at 4,200. That seems high.
Not if it's up on a hill.
I don't know if it's on a hill or not.
You're
but just-
down in, from what I can see on Join FS, you're in some mountain area, so
I can't see a whole lot because it's dark, so.
yeah, you might want to watch that because I flew into a mountain one time because it was dark and didn't know where I was flying. That
Well, I
altimeter.
could see the airport. I mean, I just
Okay.
did like a flyby.
Okay.
I mean, you know, for my approach, I'm flying over a river. See the airport over to my right, you know, flashing and all that kind of stuff. So.
Okay, Alexander, would I like to take part in a virtual aerobatic competition? No, because I would lose and/or crash.
Or D, all of the above.
Yeah. I mean, no, I've flown fighter jet like games, so I don't think I would really crash, but do actual aerobatics in a good formation? Nah, not gonna happen. 135. 25.
135.525, world travel like Delta 202.
525.
Kansas City Center, world travel like Delta 202 with you. World travel like Delta 202, Kansas City Center, roger, altimeter 3001.
So should I do a reminder that I'm still on the old flight deck machine and it might go down and just to wait a few seconds and it'll come back?
You could, but you kind of just did, didn't you?
Damn, did. Okay, well, anyone watching or anyone watching the playback, yes, I am still on the old rig. It won't be until the first of the week now. So if it goes down, it is because the dual core, or is it a quad core? It's a quad core maybe, but it's like half stupid, so it's maybe only a dual core, is trying to run Discord, OBS, FS Join, Flight Sim, Air Hauler, all at the same time, and it just goes, pick one and you don't get to use it. Thankfully, it doesn't always pick Flight Sim to crash. So, oh, dang it, I forgot to do it. I even reminded myself to remember to do it. Timer. They give you clearance and you pull out on the runway, hit that timer. Think I might remember that sometime? Anyone can figure out how to get this clock on the yoke right here where I'm with the little arrow pointer from my mouse to work again. It worked the very first time I hit it on there, and then when I popped it off and put it back on, it's never worked again since.
H50 Delta.
Correct, Alexander. Don't think that airbags helps you learn to improve flying skills. It does. And it's not always about who won or lost, and that's true too. But we've also seen someone from the monkey show send a B377 into a barrel roll and didn't crash it. I've barrel rolled this. It is a small enough plane that you could do that. And I've saved my DC-6 from falling out of the sky when the engines quit. And I had to restart them. So you are correct. You do need the aerobatics to be able to keep the plane flying. But it's a stunt aerobatic. I'm not going to even attempt it. And if you're good at it, that's congratulations, good for you. Better pilot than I am in that regard. Now over here, these don't really work, but we can turn the music on for in the back. Probably record the flight transmissions. We could turn on the nav 1 and nav 2 beacons. If anyone wanted to, I mean, I could turn on the flight beacons. 118. Yes, acknowledge, thank you.
118.4, world travel flight Delta 202.
What we could do is check the flight plan, pull that up.
Gonna take me way out there. Good Lord.
So we got 24 miles till the next turn. Then a couple of long jaunts and then short one into the airfield. So we're doing it that way. I've got people stopping in, checking it out, running out the door. That's okay. I don't mind if you don't stick around. I'd like you to stick around. That way I can tell you, you know, watch, you know, any of the other videos I have. Watch any of the videos from the Monkey Show, guys from the Monkey Show. That being Zig, Darko, Bipolar Prophet, Kevlar Roy, Farmer Dad, Stubby. Did I forget anyone? Fredo, isn't put anything up currently. So I think that's pretty much it. I just killed watching my own. So I can watch chat. There we go. No. Not what I'm. Click. Back in it. Okay, cool. Feels good. It feels good. Feels good. Only going up to 11,000, so I don't need that. Oh, wait a minute. That there. It's fine. Don't need the boost. Good there. hop in the back and take a look back there, just in case no one has seen the back of the plane in a while. The only thing that when they modeled this plane that they messed up on is the beacon. Beacon goes through the cockpit,
Oh yeah.
the inside of it.
Could be worse.
Could be worse, yeah. I'm not really complaining about that one little issue. Turn 11,000. When it's flying nice, it gets boring and there's nothing to do. But you're coming in the dark and getting ready to land, and I'm bugging you.
Oh, that's all right.
Gear down.
It's already down.
Okay.
Some weird approach that it took me on. Okay, there's the runway starting to flash. It like made me fly by it, picked up a waypoint, then I flew back past it, and then went and did this way past it and did this big loop around. And if it was daylight, I would have just veered off and went for it, under heading control, but since it's so dark, I'm just like, well,
do what it asked, and
yeah, I'll just wait it out.
Yeah. Where was I flying? It was the run down to Tallahassee this morning. Flew down there, and they wanted me to land headed 360, so it's back straight north after flight right past it. So I flew parallel to the runway and looked down and said, okay, yep, that's where I need to be. Check out for trees, stuff at the end of the runway. Looped around and came in for a nice landing, really. Well, yeah, you would want to use the stunt planes for it, and my stepdad actually used to fly modeled airplane, aerobatic planes, and I was learning how to fly them. So I get an understanding of actual aerobatic maneuvers, but needing to know where you're at in relation to the ground is helpful.
That's an important thing.
Yeah. When the green is above, like above you, you're in a bad position.
Unless you're flying upside down. I mean, clearly you would be flying
Right
upside down,
down. Yeah.
but intentionally.
Right. If the only thing you see in front of you is green, you're probably pointed down. And that's being a sarcastic, but at the same point, that is what I'm trying to avoid, is just pointing straight down at the ground. And the weather out by you guys and north of you guys is clear as a freaking bell. Or clear as saran wrap. Nothing out here. A little bit of clouds up over that way, which would mean that you would have probably a fairly cool night tonight.
I doubt it. I haven't been out lately, but
Okay, now granted, if it, because it was
Pretty
clear,
steamy. It's pretty steamy today.
that's what I was going to say. If you've been cooking all day, it's not going to feel that much cooler until it really bleeds off. But you know, I watch too much of the Weather Channel. Cloud cover keeps the heat in after you know, stuff like that. Cloud cover during the day keeps you cool. Cloud cover, no cloud cover at night lets the heat, you know, evaporate. You end up with a cooler night. So. Wow, I've just completely, well, it's a little earlier than what we have been before. Got nothing to say. We've been flying and it's a pleasant evening. Someone come in and chat and stir up a conversation. Draco, say something in chat so I can time you out. Satisfaction rating for these passengers is up to 91 already.
Wow.
It started off at like 77 or 78. It's what you want for a good rating, right? No bouncing, no turbulence, nice, smooth, quiet ride.
Yep. Ready to see if I can hit the runway here.
Okay, gently land on it, don't hit it.
That was rough. Oh. That was about the hardest one I felt like I hit, and it still said it was okay.
Felt like you hit it hard, but you...
But apparently it wasn't that hard.
You had the nose gear up enough that you hit the rear ones a little harder, but you didn't smash the front. Could be...
I don't know. Well, I'm not going to complain about it.
You know, they have this thing that's... Watch a replay for up to a few seconds there if you hit it quick enough.
Is that right?
Instant replay, yeah.
It was scary enough the first time. Oh, don't do that.
Kansas City Center, Bombardier, Victor, Romeo, Bravo, Golf, Kilo, with you, flight level 330. Bombardier, Victor, Romeo, Bravo, Golf, Kilo, Kansas City Center, Roger.
Here.
Hello.
Hello.
Rebecca.
Does this mean no one's in my chat now monitoring it?
I haven't been in your chat like the past 10 minutes.
I know, I figured that.
Can you guys hear any background noise?
No?
Like a TV or anything?
No? Oops. Update on the passenger satisfaction. 94% now.
Oh, dang it. I didn't save it. Son of a gun.
You didn't save it?
Well, I didn't save my progress in. I had been saving my progress in FSX. You know,
See,
like when
but-
I land at the airport, so it's all ready to go.
I'd love to be able to do that.
All right. Okay,
GPS
I'm gonna
thing
be
warns that. Yeah, go ahead,
back.
do your thing and come back, and I'll remind you that you want to deal with realisms.
Bombardier, Bravo, Golf, Kilo, contact Kansas City Center on 135.525.
Were you there, Draco, when I was asking the all-important question that I had to deal with tonight
Oh,
with my yoke?
no. You never said anything to me about your yoke.
Okay, well, I wasn't sure. I had said if anyone can help me with the reason why this clock is not on this yoke.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
Okay. Because I can,
Yeah.
you know, the clock timer and all that's there. It was there initially, and then when I popped it off and then put it back on, not been back there since. I don't know.
I think I know why. Because it's broken.
Say something in chat. No, you already have. I'm going to time you out anyways. I've got a headwind. Wow. First time in a while that I've had a headwind. Runway down there. Yes, it is. It's a runway down there. And to be honest, it looks like it might be Oh no, it's not a Zig type runway. Looks like there's asphalt and lights on it.
Is that ass?
I said asphalt and lights. Wow. You jump out of chat so that you can fly. I get that. Zig jumps out of chat because he restarts his machine. I'm down to one viewer, and that viewer is me.
That's kind of early.
I know. That's what I was saying also. It's a little early than what I've started before. And it's been a quiet flight. I'm not crashing. I'm just flying along here. Boring is good, just not entertaining. See, if I wasn't streaming, this is where I would put on a movie in the background. But instead, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go get a brownie if no one's going to be in my chat. I'll be right back.
Okay.
And you know what I learned from the other night? Hit that button there. Could you sniffle, but you wasn't.
Hey, what?
Thank you for releasing. Alright, I'm back.
Yeah, I know. Heard you breathing, heard you talking to your wife, heard the thing squealing.
I could have swore I hit the mute button thing because I just hit it and it turned on.
Nope, you thanked her for helping, for giving you brownies.
Yeah.
And it was squealing and...
Well, that should make for an interesting portion there, huh?
Alright, so I'm going to start my stream now.
Yeah, please do. I need some competition. It won't be difficult to get
this all set up. How am I going?
Where are you going?
I forgot where the hell I was going.
Is it in the flight so you can put it in the description, or?
No, so I can tell air hauler where the hell I'm going,
Oh,
so it can track me.
yeah, I love doing that. I actually pull up air hauler and flight sim, and I start setting them up together at the same time. That way I can't. You know how many times I screwed up setting up the passenger runs?
KCOU.
Here's the other thing. If anyone can help me figure out how to put in the altitude here in this portion of the flight plan on this plane, or where I can go find the correct place to do it, let me know. Either in stream or later in comments. And please don't tell me Google is your friend. And Draco, don't you even dare.
Bing is your friend.
No, Bing is like the two-headed stepchild.
Okay, and starting my stream.
Why is my efficiency that low? I'm sorry, I'm on your stream there. Not the best thing to hear to start with.
Okay, and we're live. So we are starting our flight to a small little airport out in Iowa. I believe we're going to carry a load of coffee from Midway Airport in Chicago all the way out to that airport and see if we can make us a big load of money, because, well, my overhead is $800,000 a month because of this plane. And if I don't have it, and also the loan that I owe our Virtual Airline, and if I don't have it back, Moondog's gonna have my legs broke.
And take the plane.
And take the plane. So we are gonna go ahead and get started here. Make sure that parking brake's on. Turn on master's battery.
This is the point where I do this, and I still do the same thing. I cringe when I go to click on, like, in the flight computer. Yeah, okay, it didn't die.
Cabin lights on, so we can see what we're doing. And we're gonna put our strobe on so people know that this plane is active, and it's going to. Engines are going to be starting up here pretty soon. Check 2,000 pounds.
And while you're mumbling your startup, which is good because I do the same thing, I'm going to interject over top of your video and go,
Okay.
Watch Draco where you're watching them. Watch MrMoonDog at where MrMoonDog on YouTube, because he doesn't have all the links in there yet. And watch Zig on his. Just open 3 tabs and watch all 3 of us, because we're all flying together, but we're not together tonight. Imagine Games, hello, how are you doing?
I'm sure people on my stream are going to be wondering why I'm adding fuel manually. And the reason why is air hauler has told me exactly how much fuel I'm supposed to have in this plane. So now I have to tell Flight Sim how much fuel I have in this plane. So I need to have 26,389 pounds. Now the weird thing is that it's not always exact. So we're going to be a couple pounds short compared to what air hauler says we have, but honestly on this here I could go about 2,000 miles and I'm only going about 200 miles. So I have more than enough range.
I was doing the same thing in the DC-6 earlier. because I ended flight and went to jump back in and had remembered how much fuel I had, and air hauler said you've got this much and you're trying to figure out exactly what the percentage is and where it should be to get it right.
Right.
Same thing. Fun.
And this is a very old airplane, so startup is different from any of the normal planes that you would know in flight sim.
Reach over and try the key.
Yeah, I wish it was that easy. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the engine selector to engine 3. We're going to turn the fuel to tank to engine. Booster pump on. We're going to prime. 5. Hit the start.
Yeah.
And then the boost. Try that again. Start and boost. There she goes. We're gonna turn booster pump off. To throttle up engine 3 to 1000 RPM.
Back. 34 minutes, and that's off because I forgot to hit the timer before I took off.
Engine 4. Now, engine 4 on this plane's a little wonky. For whatever reason, for whatever reason, the second I switch it over to the engine selector for 4, it immediately the engine immediately starts to want to try and run, and I don't know why. I don't know if that's something with this A2A plane, or if it's something that needs to be patched, or if I just messed something up in the installation, which I don't know how because it's a fairly simple installation.
Yeah. It sounds like it's probably along the line of
Prime.
a glitch in the matrix.
So, booster pump off on 4.
I'm going to jump into my OBS.
Auto up,
pull up
4.
Yes.
Go to engine 2.
So,
switch to tank.
this is FS join and representation of my plane right there. I am flying up here to Sioux Falls, North Dakota.
Turn that on.
Left St. Louis.
Both. Boost.
You can see
Okay.
this plane over here. That's Zig, or not Zig. That's Draco.
Running.
Getting ready to leave Chicago. So you were going where?
To a little airport out in Ohio.
Ohio?
Or Iowa.
Iowa. Okay. You're not going too far. All right.
Going to
Jump back in here.
5.65 world travel like Delta 202.
Yep. To the Minneapolis Center. Thank you. All right, thank you. And then the third part of our stream group, Zig, who's jumping back in. He did a complete restart of his computer because it was having a little bit of a glitch. He's down here.
It's throttled up.
In this area, southwest of Knoxville. So that's where we are all at.
And I don't know about you, but I always open my cowl flaps all the way when I'm on the ground idling.
I haven't learned them yet. Press way. When I'm flying though, I have them about 50%. It seems to run fine there, but it might not be modeled real well. I don't know. Okay,
Let's see, with mine, I can only have them open like 3 inches in flight. After that, the plane starts to shake.
Okay.
Pressurization all the way up to max.
Real 5.
Push that up to about a little over 6,000 feet.
We're getting ready to hit our waypoint and make the next turn, which then that run is going to be roughly, what, 140, 149 more nautical miles. So we've got 150 and 76, 225, 230 more nautical miles to fly. So about an hour of flight time left.
Oh, my memory is so bad I cannot remember the thing for the airport.
Well, seeing how you're not going into Spirit of St. Louis, I can't tell you.
And I can't close out air hauler to go check again. I'm an idiot.
You could cancel the job and restart the job because it's just a freight one.
Yeah, that means I have to shut down my engines and everything again. And restart them. I really should have put that in before I started my engines.
There's no way I can help you find it. I mean, if I knew which town or city that you were going to, I might be able to.
I can tell you it's a regional. Out in the middle of Ohio.
No, middle of Iowa.
Iowa.
Middle of there. Okay, so let's do this. Let's. Ooh, passenger satisfaction's up to 100%.
Have you landed yet?
No, I've got about an hour flight yet. Yeah, be quiet there, Zig. Reach. All right.
Yeah, it's 200 nautical miles from me. I know that. 280 something, I think it said.
Let's see what. Did you mean near Iowa? Yes, I did mean near Iowa. Waterloo Regional Airport, Southeast Iowa Regional Airport, Grinnell Regional Airport. Grinnell's is sort of middle of the state, but is there more? Let's see here.
What I'll do is I know
Guthrie
it's
County.
I got an easier way. Iowa.
I'm guessing it's going to be Guthrie County Regional Airport. Okay, Zig, are you in the game yet?
Yes.
Are you working on your
I'm
realisms?
getting set up.
Okay.
No, I forgot about it already. I was just getting set up to fly.
Actually, Zig, you could do me a huge favor.
Yeah.
Since in air hauler, all the commodities are the same.
Okay,
If-
hold on.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you could click on Midway Airport for commodities, look at coffee.
Hold on. Let me find. That's Chicago, right?
Yep.
Let me get over. Let me get the cargo and job. Just gonna review the map. Commodity stocks. Airports.
trying to look it up here, but I cannot find it. Like I said, I don't want to shut off my engines. Is that?
Chicago Midway International.
Yep.
Okay, coffee. What is that? What you said?
Yeah, I'm taking coffee, but and I know it's in Iowa. I do, and it's like a I think it's a regional airport.
I thought you said you wanted Midway.
No, I'm looking to where I'm trying to remember where I'm going.
Okay.
So he's looking for the price difference between the Chicago and the one that's in Illinois that matches.
So
out in Iowa, it's like a $20 increase.
Davenport's in Iowa, right?
Yep.
Is it like KSQI? Is that where you're going? That's short of Davenport.
That's Sterling Rock Falls. It's kind of Illinois.
Oh. Davenport. It's not that one, is it?
I don't think so.
That's plus 20. It's right outside of KMLI.
KMLI?
Yeah. Although Cedar Rapids is plus 91.
Go to Cedar Rapids. I'll take Cedar Rapids. What's Cedar Rapids?
Hold on. That's
He didn't see that one.
KCID.
Okay. We're going to Cedar Rapids, folks.
Let me double check that. Coffee is... Oh, wait a minute. It's not plus 91. It is 91.
Quiet, MoonDog.
But...
So,
Oh, no, the Davenport one is $1 cheaper, the KMLI. Sorry, I was just looking at the little green dots. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. The
I
dot's
see.
kind of like sitting out in the middle of. It's kind of like sitting in the middle of all by itself. Somewhere between Midway and. I know it's past. I think it's past Davenport. I think it's south of Davenport.
I don't see any other dots out there other than Peoria. See my map is glitchy. Oh wait, hold on, here's another one. KMUT.
And what's the price on it?
I don't know if there is. It's not.
Oh,
See?
that's a municipal. I'd never get in that one.
Right. Like I said, that KMLI was the one that popped up. That's just outside of Davenport. Coffee's $92 there, so that's a $20.
Okay, I just have to go back here. Okay, so now all the prices have changed.
yeah, it does update from time to time.
Bastards. It'd help if I had the right commodity. Oh, there it is. Well, because I'm an idiot. I thought it was Iowa. It's actually Missouri. It's Columbia Regional.
Yeah, well, no wonder we couldn't find it.
KCOU. Okay, so yeah, I'm an idiot. It's KCOU. It's in Missouri. We're going.
Well, it gets you closer to the base.
Yes, it does. And we're gonna go VOR to VOR. We're gonna find our route. And we're gonna be traveling at about, say, 12,000. So that, no.
Minneapolis Center, World Travel.
I gotta get the damn engine started again.
World Travel, flight altitude 02, Minneapolis.
I was going to say that you just attempt to leave it running and quit the. No, because you got to end the
No.
thing first, as you were
Right.
started.
Okay, fly this aircraft. KCOQ. Left. Okay. Left.
Let's clear that.
On the plus side, everything's been running in its prime, so all I have to do is just start them all up again.
You didn't hit end flight.
I did,
Oh,
and so that's the only way I couldn't shut off all the engines.
that's what I was doing. Flight plane.
Off. Generators on. Alright. We're gonna check our control surfaces real quick.
So what I want to do is to remember to go to the little discount store tomorrow and pick up a notepad.
Oh yeah, you gotta have a notepad.
Well, I've got a notepad, but it's almost empty, so I need to go get a new one.
We're checking flaps. Throttle up. There it is.
Contact Minneapolis Center.
Flaps back up.
Altitude 8.75.
What's this turbulence here?
8.75. H6
We're doing nav. I go to nav log. It's going to be 112.30. And number 2 is going to be 11520.
Yeah, just what you want to hear from it. Like, where are we at?
520. Okay, so we're good on that for right now.
7.
EI pump on. We're gonna turn our taxi lights on. Passing light, position lights on.
Intersection.
Check fire warning lights. Those look good. Charge our hydraulic systems. Turn our cost on to 50%. Okay, and everything looks good. So, to contact air traffic control.
FSD is from the north. I don't think we want that one.
Part to the west. Acknowledge. We're gonna do our pushback.
No.
So just so we have an idea of where we're supposed to go. Okay.
I'm gonna fire up my stream here.
Okay.
Can we say rude things on your stream?
Sure.
Okay, just checking.
Hurry up and do it right now, though.
All right. Where is?
All right, welcome to the stream. We are flying tonight with the Monkey Show crew. We have MrMoonDog with us, who is in flight, I presume. Is that correct?
I haven't crashed yet, correct?
And Draco is preparing for his takeoff. Is that correct?
Yep, I'm just now doing my pushback from the ramp.
And I am picking up some mail from somewhere in Tennessee, and going to catch one of my pilots up in Air Hauler, who is a slacker, so we can get this job done. So carry on, guys.
Carry on?
Well, yeah, I
Carry
interrupted
on?
your conversation.
No, I'm trying to find out waypoints. He's trying to push back. Trying to set up for my approach for
World travel, flight Delta 20.
this.
Did you hear my last transmission?
Now, I don't normally do a whole lot of talking during taxi and takeoff, just because it does require quite a bit of
202.
concentration, especially a plane this large.
My outside view is still vibrating. That's disappointing.
Was it that that?
Wasn't doing it last night.
Somehow I just got 2 notifications that you're streaming.
World travel, flight Delta 20.
It's because he's really important. They want you to know.
3003.
Right.
So now I know some of you who are watching this are probably going to be losing their minds because I'm not a. Well, you've never flown this plane. This plane does not like the turn.
With the taxiing.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't turn, it doesn't turn, it doesn't turn. Oop, it turned the whole way.
Pretty much. Okay, so we're in contract traffic control. Tell them that we are ready for takeoff.
I sure hope Air Hauler understands that I did put the fasten seatbelts on when I hit the turbulence. And that it doesn't dock me for a rough ride or something.
Alright. Now that's a sight right there. I'm taking off right in the same, right towards the Sears Tower. Okay. So we're gonna bring that down to 5.
No, I'm watching you taxi.
We're gonna activate.
Who,
Okay.
me?
No, him.
Oh.
Spool them up.
See, there yours is live now, so find yours live. Oh, now that is a cool picture there, Zig.
All right, and we're
Oh,
up.
the thumbnail?
Yes, you did that
Yeah,
all
that was-
yourself.
Well,
Thumbs
yeah.
up.
Oh,
That was the
impressed.
screenshots from last night.
Yeah, and
Bro.
I'm watching you drift around the corners there.
This plane, it's like you don't have to. You can have the throttle at 0, and it just goes when it taxis. It's not good, really.
And I have made one big mistake.
Okay, I'm not seeing it yet because
I've taken off with my cow flaps.
does that mean you
At
need to
100%.
you need to re-land and reset your engines, or does that mean you're going to crash here in a moment?
Neither one. It just means I'm gonna shake like you have never seen anything shake before until I get those closed. Come on, get up. Come on, get up. Get up there.
Nothing on the radar. TA 1254. That 1254 has got to be T. Not. Oh, I have it set for local time. What I'm looking at there is the local time.
Alright. I'm breaking a few FAA rules here because I'm flying very low through downtown Chicago. But, well, very low is still better than slamming into the side of a building.
Yeah, well, you do have the Sears Tower there, or whatever it's called now, to sort of duck and dive around.
Okay, yes, that's fine. ATS is pissing me off.
Well, yeah, you're flying too low. They're going to get.
No, they just keep chattering at me.
Are they handing you back and forth because they don't know which one of them wants to handle your situation?
No, they want me to answer them, but there's constantly them chattering back and forth, so it keeps canceling out my response, and then they start. It just pisses me off. I can't stand the ATC on here sometimes.
It's one of the other planes, in quote, answering ATC also while you're trying to, so it's in before you can respond.
Right.
Yeah, it can get a bit much.
Yeah.
Close the cow flaps. Close the cow flaps. Oh shit! I can't close the cow flaps. Why can't I close the cow flaps?
They're frozen
This is not
shut
good.
already.
Frozen open, you mean?
Yeah.
Frozen open, frozen shut.
Not close. MrMoonDog, I need you to go out on the wings and start kicking these things shut, will you?
Wait a minute. How quickly are you moving?
125 knots. You'll be fine.
And it's vibrating that much? You got a rope at least? If I can tie myself off?
I got bungee cords.
Bungee cords? I'll think about it. I'm gonna go to the back and I'll let you know if I head out. I'll ask you to open the door for me. I got into the turbulence.
So hoping for a nice, easygoing, early morning flight back to St. Louis.
Okay.
After our turn and burn.
So you had to fly down there and pick up the mail, or did you drop off?
No, I went down there and picked it up because I told you I took that job that was a two-run job, and it was only like 7 hours, so I knew the guy wouldn't make it there and back. So to try and not have another late delivery, I decided to just run down there and grab it.
This is kind of why I don't normally talk too much when because I always end up forgetting something, and this time, well,
that's kind of the nice thing about with the three of us streaming at one time. There's more talking going on, and you don't have to talk all the time. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh, good. I can turn right this way and land right on a runway. I just hope it's long enough.
You got to land again already?
I have to close these
right.
cowl flaps.
Gotcha. That sucks.
Thing is, I'm trying to descend, but as I descend, I pick up speed, and as I pick up speed, the shaking gets worse.
Maybe they'll vibrate themselves shut.
No, more than likely. It's more likely that one of them will vibrate the engine right off the plane.
Oh, and look, I'm looking at your flight path. You're now over the water, so the city's safe, but
if I'm going down, I'm taking a lot of people with me.
Well, I was going to say, I don't think you can, there's only one of you on there. It's not like you can save the whole crew. Well, there's probably technically more than just one of you.
Nope, just me.
No, but that plane, we've said that would typically have, even if it's just flying cargo, at least 3-4 people.
You have 4 minimum. Pilot, co-pilot, flight engineer, and radio navigator.
And then you've got Draco and I tonight. We're flying planes where it's like there's one pilot and flight computer's doing it all, so we're just sort of sitting here eating a sandwich.
I have never had my cowl flaps stick open like that.
You have a bit of the realism turned on, don't you?
Who, me?
Yes.
Oh, it's cranked all the way to the max. Shut up.
It really bums me out about the vibration outside.
I mean, you're not flying this plane right now with that vibration.
Unless it has something to do with it being like completely nighttime. I mean, it was getting dark last night, but we'll see. Could be worse, I guess. Although I was really liking those views out there.
I was
On the
having an issue with a little bit of a stutter with it being stuff turned up and too close to the airport. Once I got up in the air, it cleared up some. Yours is still doing that. I don't know what.
I was hoping the restart would take care of it, but
Maybe you have.
apparently not.
Maybe you have too much turned up right now with the Rex 4 going and all the.
Yeah, but it wasn't doing it last night. Nothing's different last night.
Okay,
Nothing's changed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey Draco, your neighbors are over here at my place.
They shooting some fireworks tonight.
Oh yeah, they're aiming for my window, I think.
Alright. Well, this is not going to be any type of proper landing, but
No, you
Tuned
need to
into
land.
Draco's stream while he nearly crashes his plane.
Because mine's actually going well enough, I'm actually going to watch it.
alright, hold on a second.
You know, maybe I will too. Let's see if we can push the internet to the limit.
Gosh, that is shaking. Pilot, pilot, where's my seatbelt?
Let's see what this kid can do.
Yeah, no pressure, right?
Nah, nobody's watching. Just all of us. Draco's doing an emergency landing.
MrMoonDog, quit putting stuff in chat that I have to...
I could put whatever I want right there now because you're too busy to worry about timing me out right now.
I will put this damn thing on autopilot just to time you out.
Yes, folks, we have a lot of fun here. We try and fly it real. We try and fly it well. And we like to troll each other in a polite way.
That's what friends do, isn't it?
Uh-huh. I mean, his is shaking enough to make James Bond martinis, but you know. And mine's over here flying so smoothly that put a freaking baby to sleep, or a pilot. Mount Rushmore's North Dakota?
Okay.
Look at that Zig, he's got his landing gear down.
Gear down.
MrMoonDog, could you answer that for me so I can concentrate?
Oh, what add-ons does he have? Yeah, well, you're listening to chat. What add-ons? He has the
I have,
B377 that he's flying now. That's an add-on. Rex 4. I'm sure he has that.
Yep.
He has the Duchess from Steam. What you got? The trees. Can't remember that one. Natural trees or something like that for
Something like that, yeah.
for the trees in there, and then just a couple scenery mods.
And like I said, this is not going to be anything near proper, but it's better than splattering all over the ground.
Hey, it's going to make for a very interesting. Why they put airport in the middle of town there?
It wasn't at one time.
I know. I always thought Midway Airport, or is it O'Hare that's actually on the water on a little like island?
Nope, that was Meg's Field.
Okay.
It no longer exists.
I got my camera to stop shaking. It was the vibration effect. Somehow I accidentally turned that on in
Startup or something.
no.
Well,
in
Mr.
the
James,
Easy
I
Dive.
can help you a little bit with FSX. I mean, I'm no expert by any means.
No. And you could do a better job of helping out after you land.
He's trying to land a bumblebee on a postage stamp.
See, he's giving the
Oh,
response
wait,
now.
we haven't seen it yet, Draco. You're ruining the surprise. He's just now coming in.
Look, he even has his landing lights on.
Wow, and they work. Mine don't light up like that.
Mine do on the DC-6 in this little thing. Nope. And I paid more than both of yours together almost for mine. Although I may have turned the setting down on that, so
Nice job, Draco.
nice job, Draco. Now you got to shut everything off to reset the cowl flaps.
That's the thing. They won't close.
That's what I'm saying. You need to shut everything down and
Maybe.
restart the engine so that you can close them. Well, can I answer this for you,
Sure.
Draco?
Go
Mr.
ahead,
Games,
Lon.
if you want help from any one of the three of us, Draco has more time in FSX. I have
about-
more than Zig, but Zig has about 2.5 weeks. 3 weeks now? No, 3 weeks now, because you got
About
it like,
3 weeks, probably.
yeah. So some of us are learning and some of us are catching up, and we are working through problems, and we probably are stumbling across some of the same problems that you have.
We'd be happy to try and help if
Yeah.
we can.
Right.
Yep.
I'm gonna park this thing right here. All right.
And let's see, Fire Tramp TV, how's it going? Hello. You could subscribe. You don't have to subscribe. If you do, it'll let you know when I do jump on and start streaming.
Nice job on that, Draco, by the way.
Thank you.
I don't always catch chat as quickly as I want to and need to sometimes. I'm bouncing between what's actually going on in the plane. The chat's not on my main screen that I'm looking at. It's off to the side. And then if I'm helping Draco in his stream or Zig in his while we're all streaming together, sometimes miss something. But we try and help out that way too.
And I will be back in 1 second. I have to go run do something.
Yeah, has to deal with that landing.
He's gotta go. He's gotta go change his pants.
It was a very good landing. It's probably, you know, and to be honest, I probably would have to too. To be honest, I might have most likely wrecked it. It would have been a pile of rubble at the beginning of the runway. Zig, you an outside view?
Yes.
Oh, what is that? Is that for your plane itself, or is that for
That's the easy dock
Easy Dock? Okay.
control panel to set up your camera views, and like
Okay.
you can change like how fast that transition is from the different views. You'll see it here in a minute.
I just jumped away.
I need to slow it down when I'm out. Oh, that's fine. You don't
No, I
need to be in there.
I jumped back. I'm jumping.
So it'll transition to another. Well, here, not that one.
Yeah, I saw it. It went from like
There.
Yeah.
You can change that speed. That's kind of what I was messing around with. Just like click for those
Yeah.
big outside views. It's nice to slow it down so it like
Yeah, it
so
comes
the
in.
camera floats in.
Yeah.
When you're in the cockpit, they don't need to be that slow, but you can go through on each individual one and change that. It's kind of crazy.
Right. Now, you have
Okay, I've returned. Sorry about that.
light. You don't have light, or how much light do you have on the inside? You turn your main dome light off and just run with like
I
the
don't
back
have
light.
a dome
Okay.
light really.
So
You don't have
Mr.
a dome light. Okay.
Not that I've found anyhow.
Okay.
Mr. Game. So GSX. I'm not sure what GSX is.
Ground control.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. And it's
well-
not. They have an introductory. I've looked into this. They have an introductory one. They have a couple trial ones, and then you have to pay 35 something for the whole thing. And then I think you even have to add some of the airports that you would fly to regularly that aren't in the pack. So that's one that's a pay add-on.
Yeah, I just use the in-game ATC. Sometimes they get really, really, really annoying.
Well, that GCX is quite literally just the ground, and like your taxi, and they'll bring up your fuel and your refreshment cart trucks, stuff like that. You know what? I'm paying attention to you guys enough that I'm not realizing I'm 50 miles out and probably want to start dropping this thing.
Yeah.
Probably. That's always a good thing.
That's like me last night getting busy yakking with you guys, and all of a sudden I'm orbiting around the airport I'm supposed to land at.
ECOU.
Because we're going to start the descent, we'll go, you know what, we're 50 miles out, you can put seat belts on.
We're gonna do VOR to VOR. We're gonna go at 12,000 feet.
You gonna try it again, Draco?
Yep. Save. Yes. No. So planes and airports into FSX. So with the planes, it depends on where you get them from. If you get them from like A2A, and most of those have auto install, where all you do is just click after you purchase it. You just click one button, and it automatically installs it for you.
My ones from Just Flight did as well.
Right.
Now, some of the freeware ones, few of those also do auto install, but some of them you just have to follow the instructions, and it's basically put put sim objects where sim objects is supposed to go. Put your
Gauges and some
your
of the
gauges
sounds.
in your gauges file and things like that in your FSX folder. Now the big thing is, do you have FSX or do you have FSX Steam Edition? Because I think that makes a little bit of a difference if I remember right.
I think it does, because it some of them have to have the update with them, You have to watch
Right.
that.
Yeah, so like my plane, like this plane here, it needed to have either the was it SP2? Is that what it's called? That patch
SP1 or
something?
SP2, right?
Or it
Yeah.
has to have the acceleration for the for FSX. Now, if you have the Steam Edition,
You don't need either.
you don't need either of those because the Steam Edition automatically comes with the acceleration add-on already in it. Steam, so yeah, so you're good with that. And then airports and stuff, I'm honestly not sure about that. Moondog had to walk me through it, and I only did one. MrMoonDog there, he's the one who's good at adding airports.
Okay, we'll go with that.
But you're better than me.
Yeah.
I haven't added any either, so I haven't even added the one that your Akron Canton
Akron.
one. I haven't added that either. I probably should, but I haven't yet.
You know what? Then you can get off my shit. No.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna add it when I buy another base there. Because
And that makes
my
sense,
plan
yeah.
was to buy a base in your neighborhood and then to get another base in Draco's neighborhood.
I have too, and I'll get to his answer here in a second. I was wanting to look for one for in Draco's area, but the only way to do that is the only ones that I'm seeing is the payware ones, but it like is all of like northern Chicago and the whole area. Then it's the whole even scenery pack for that too, and it's like I'm not sure I want to go that far.
Right.
As far as adding scenery, if you find one that is a good scenery pack for your airport, I can, once I land, I can also throw the link up in your page there, Draco, to a YouTube video that I found very useful at adding scenery. And you got to go through, I can even describe it better once I'm on the ground, so I can run through it. But you got to add the scenery into your scenery group, and there's a certain order to do it, or it doesn't work at all. It doesn't recognize it. But it's not, to be honest, once you know it, it's not that difficult. That's the scenery's easier than airports, or scenery in airports is easier than airplanes. And probably easier than running around with GSX right now, because to be honest, I looked at it, I liked, and I've seen it with a couple of the other big time streamers, but I'm not sure if I'm ready for it. Adds too much. I'm still trying to learn more basics still yet. Distance 28. So I can contact them. So I should be if you hear any beeping, it's just me trying to fall out of the sky.
Easy Doc, is that free, Zig? I don't think it is, right?
It's not. It's like $35.
Okay, so yeah, it's like $35.
Which airport am I going to?
But I'll be honest with you, this game is fun, even with a lot of the free stuff, or without even add-ons. I spent many years just flying the in-game vanilla stuff. So I mean, while it's fun to have that extra stuff, it's not exactly a necessity.
No.
Now, the one thing I would recommend that you get, especially if you like to fly, especially if you have friends that like to fly, I would get Join FS or FS Cloud, whichever one you're more comfortable with. They're both free, but Join FS doesn't have the latency issues that FS Cloud has.
Can you pull up the screen for him to see what that is, Draco?
I don't have that set up yet.
Okay.
I do. Let me finish programming my
Actually,
landing.
what I could do though, hold on, could do something like,
Oh, what did they tell me to fly in at? Did I fly in straight at runway 33? Thank you.
up there.
RNAV 33.
So I just have to wait for the
Turn.
stream to catch up. Taxiing, it basically, you can do it one of two ways. You can either, I find it, you want to taxi, the way you want to taxi is you want to make sure that you have as little of power as possible, because you don't want to taxi too fast because you can lose control of your plane. But at the same time, you also don't want to take an hour to get to your runway. You can, and in the game you can taxi one of two ways. You can either just taxi to whatever runway you want to and take off, or you can have ATC assign you a runway, and then there's something called a progressive taxiway, where it actually shows you on the taxiway where was it yellow arrows, which way
Yes.
you're supposed to be going.
I use that all the time because I get confused and lost on the airports.
Yeah, I do too.
Not the little ones, but the big ones.
So here on so the map you see here is Join FS. It gives you a map of the entire world, and anybody who's playing in that server on Join FS, you can see. You can, and it's
You should be able to point out 3 of us easy, because you know where we're
yeah.
at.
So this one is me right here. I'm up here in Chicago. That one right there. Yep, that's Zig on the ground in Kentucky, and MrMoonDog is up here, just into South Dakota. You'll see that in a second when that comes up. But what's cool about this is that you not only see the people that you're flying with on the map, if you're close enough, you'll actually see them on the ground too, at the airports or in the air if you're flying with other people. We actually started off just hopping around North America and over to Europe, flying with each other, just using Join FS and FSX, and that was a ton of fun.
It makes it multiplayer in a sense,
Yep.
because you can see everybody's plane. If you're all at the same airport, you know, you can line up 1, 2, 3 and take off, and pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, the other thing about that too is, if you like to play multiplayer, that's the way to go.
Yeah.
Because the Steam, because the multiplayer for FSX that's built into the game, if you want to do any type of realism, that is not the place to go. So what am I doing? Did I accept the flight? I don't even remember if I accepted the flight.
You don't remember if you took the job?
Yeah.
Program.
I didn't.
Sure.
And don't forget to hit enter.
Don't forget to enter. Yep.
But honestly, the biggest thing is just remembering, is just remember to practice.
Good thing I don't have passengers, because
I don't have TeamSpeak. No, I don't.
we use Discord.
Yeah, we use Discord. And honestly, I don't even have my own Discord channel, because I'm always on somebody else's, so I never had a reason to have one. So I don't think I have a Discord channel. I may have created one. Don't remember.
Yeah. It's normal beeping. Let me know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Sure it is.
Yep, we believe you.
That's the normal sound of me crashing. It's just normal. So know what I'm supposed to be doing.
Alright. Right up there.
Why does
Well,
this not-
I mean, I can read the chat on here while, and I can respond to you on here. Or, I mean, yeah, because I don't have a Discord channel set up yet. I got to do that still.
am I looking for? What am I thinking? Quick. Runway 33. ILS, no.
Okay. That off again. Oh, flaps are still right there.
Alright, well. No ILS for this runway to help with altitude. So I can't do the full approach. There it is.
Well, once again, I mean, you can talk to us on here, or I don't. Would you? Would Moondog or Zig? Would one of you guys mind, just for right now until I get a Discord channel set up, maybe tossing a link to your channel in my chat so that you can ask us questions?
Yeah, we're in Zig's right now, so it would be up to Zig on his. Mine, I don't have a problem with. We can even jump over there. You have mine, Andy?
I don't. I have like 30 windows open right now.
So do I.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, I know what to do. I can jump over to the other.
Like I said, just until I can get my Discord channel set up.
But then again, who knows? We might be in mine, yours, his. So yeah, he's welcome to jump into. Now that we've got it slowed up, got it load up, we can throttle up some more again.
Okay, we're gonna try this again, guys.
Those cow flaps. Come on, turning. We are. I guess I could at least put in, see if it takes it.
See if it takes what?
ILS for the other runway, so
Oh.
at least I have a altitude.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the only thing we ask when you get in, if you ever join us in Discord, is that, you know, one, be respectful, just like you would be in chat. Two, you know, and basically that's just it. You know, be respectful. You know, don't post anything, you know, inappropriate on anywhere, because, you know, we do have young kids who pop in from time to time, so obviously we got to make sure that it's all
Classy.
classy.
Keep it classy. Can you hear us in Discord, Mr. Games?
I don't see him there yet.
Oh, he just popped out. Was in there.
I didn't hear anybody pop in, but
You're in streamer mode.
am I?
Well, oh, I am. Sorry. So you don't hear the alert. Hello, Mr. Games.
Yep. Hello, Mr. Games.
Hello, how are you?
He's not getting the little green light. It doesn't look like his mic is working. So, if you can hear us, we can't hear you. Nutshell. Might need to go into your settings. Make sure your mic is enabled. Been a while since I did that, but
Sure feels right. Feels right.
And I'm checking and watching stuff. I'm not even watching my own chat. Nope. Okay, no one's in chat. No, I'm in approach mode, and I'm trying to make sure I'm
right.
coming in, and I'm actually probably a bit low.
I'll be right back.
All right. No. It's good.
7 miles out, so I need to be waiting and what for. Looks like I'm right online. Trying to get rid of some of this other stuff. I'm ready to fly this thing.
World travel, Mike Delta 202, cleared to land, runway 33.
Thank you.
Land, runway 33. World travel, Mike Delta 202.
Alright, let's just check everything real quick. Cow flaps.
Landing here.
Good. Looks good. On.
Lights, strobe can go off because we're landing. Final approach. Final approach. Make your wheels out quickly.
Alright. Back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. I'm
I had to
flying
take a
over
little pause for the cause.
Yeah, okay. Flying over town now, coming in. Crop dusting the tops of the buildings.
And we're up.
You get onto the final approach, it with the GNav, it automatically starts doing the flight plan. It looks for it. Has you on the glide slope.
I don't have the GNav.
Flaps up.
I want to look around your plane a little bit more. Helmet here. All right.
It's looking good. No shaking.
Got the cowl flaps in the proper position.
Yep, I triple checked those.
Very good.
500.
Gonna make our first turn
500.
towards our first VOR.
Yeah, you taking off, I'm trying to land. We're both muttering at each other. To control myself. Just dropping this down. It's actually lined up good enough that I'm not even touching the stick. I'm just sort of got my hand there. Oh, that was good. Agree, sir.
Very good.
That's the best one out of any of us.
World travel, Mike Delta 202, turn next taxiway.
Alright, so we're gonna level out. We're gonna activate autopilot. We're gonna pull that up just so we have a reference. So we need to pull back a little bit to 51 inches of mercury in our manifold.
World travel, Mike Delta 202, contact ground on 121.9er.
Alright. RPM's gotta go down to 2525.
So,
2550, I'm sorry.
Going to
knowledge handoff, thank you.
World travel, Mike Delta 202.
That's fine. You know what? We're going to
Taxi to Gates.
turbos over. Let them handle turbos.
World travel, Mike Delta 202, taxi to gate 4 using taxi
taxiway Bravo Alpha.
Gate 4
Okay.
using taxiway B and A.
Taxiing to gate 4.
Now,
Let's shut off this light here and that light there.
202.
this is the thing that the guys flying with me don't like. Or they really don't care. I have taxiways all labeled out.
Well,
B and A.
I was
Oh,
at-
thank you.
I was
gotta
at
go
5
back
people
out.
watching. I'm now down to 2.
It bounces around like that. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Okay. A4A. I should have turned right. I turned left. Doesn't that sound normal? Oh, even with
If you
that.
continue turning right, sooner or later you're going to end up back where you need to be.
Yeah.
No,
Three
but I'm
rights, make a left.
at the junction for the taxi, I turned left instead of right. If I turned right, then I would be headed in the right direction for the gates.
You know what, Mr. Games? I had that issue when I first started using Discord. The only workaround I found was I ended up using the public test build, and that allowed my mic to work. For whatever reason, my mic would not work before then, or it was really intermittent. You know, sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't.
This is where the FAA would come back and go, what the heck did you think you were doing? I was using the runway as a taxiway.
Well, sometimes they do.
Well, for where the way I turned, I would probably be directed that way. Because they just said, please exit runway as soon as can. And first time landing here, I turned left.
But yeah, until you get your mic worked out, man, just go ahead, ask as many questions as you want. I got a couple hours to burn now.
Yeah, and you're the one that goes to bed early.
Oh my god. Come on, you're gonna walk now.
Is it working now, Mr. Games? That's good.
Okay, I wanna.
Yeah, we can hear you now. Or I can hear you. I don't know
I'm
if
not.
he can hear.
No, I'm not hearing him.
You might have to turn him up. It wasn't very loud.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try that.
Hey, taxi over to the gate. Get rid of these people. Collect some dough. How long have you been using FSX there, Mr. Games?
Shit.
This is where I should actually also do this. I should do timer. Stop.
Oh. Can you hear me, John?
I can hear you. Not sure if Draco can hear you.
Yeah, I turned him up pretty loud. I still not hearing him. I mean, I'm hearing a voice, but I can't make anything out.
Later or something.
I can hear you quietly, Games, but also Draco has a loud plane, and he also has his headset. It's got the speakers for the game and Discord. I've just got Discord going through my headset, and then my game is on the monitor speakers.
27.
8 left.
8 left at KSUS.
Yeah.
That's the good one.
21.
All right, we're at the gate.
Left.
Brakes on. And
Why is it not
Props
going to give
down.
me...
throttle down.
It doesn't give me any options for 8 left. Only 26 left. Or, well, it doesn't give me any approaches for 8 left. Select another runway. Eight right. Okay, I'll take that.
So why don't we go ahead and take an outside look here?
Oh, I got applause. I must have done something right. Oh yeah, I got the passengers here and I didn't kill them. I didn't shake them all over the place. Oh, wait a minute. I could have done that. I could have been nice. I could have turned it on to the bright lights for them. Back. Lights on. Off. GC. Meaning fuel,
that's-
1,100 pounds.
That's the other thing. They hand you off a lot on this game.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot.
And to be honest, I don't know if that's correct or not.
Me neither.
I mean, like New York, Boston, high population areas, I'm sure they've got outer markers and all that busy like crazy.
Well, I mean, I know that there's one for ground, one for takeoff and landing, and for departure and arrival, and then there's one for while you're in transit. But it doesn't seem that
Some of them have 2 transits, like the bigger, like New York. I understand. There's like
right.
there's an outer transit and inner transit. Your approach and departure are 2 different ones, I think, in some airports. All comes down to how it's set up and how many there are in the area. But like where we're flying, the little air patches bouncing back and forth to the same air controller.
Right.
We don't want to talk to Draco tonight. Let's give him back to the other guys.
Nobody wants to talk to me.
The fuel gross currently is 2241.5. Or 85 point in the 2 tanks. Okay. Is that everything? Off, off. Passengers should be gone, so we'll turn off those lights. And shut off. You're done. Get out of here.
You're done.
Well,
Oh, you landed.
with that flight, yeah.
Gotcha.
Alright, so we need to go back to the flight engineer.
And flight.
Mr.
Turn these
Gage's
on. I needed to turn on my anti-icing stuff.
You have completed the mission successfully. Thank you.
Give me my money.
Mission passenger flight completed. Passenger satisfaction. 100.
Wow.
Wow,
You're getting to be
you
a
did better than me, man.
No extra cargo, none of that.
Alright, that all looks good.
Flight. You know what I could do? I could maybe change this over so that everyone else can see. There we go. Flight performance. Minimum G, maximum G, fell right between it. Stall, nope. Overspeed, nope. Description greaser, landing gear down. What do you mean false? Had to have the landing gear down. Surface, asphalt, 0 damage, 0 landing damage. So, accepted jobs, parts. So this is Air Hauler 2. This is the main screen. This shows where my pilots are located. I just finished one of the missions up here. I have no humanitarian missions. Company information. Pilots. Check here. They are all idle and.
Well, you need to give them some work.
Yeah, I know. Well,
yeah, Mr. Games, if you're trying to talk in Discord, I am not hearing you. I said I can hear MrMoonDog and Zig fine, but I'm not able to hear you, and I have you turned all the way up.
Okay. So.
Can you hear me now?
I heard you a little bit that time. Hold on a second. Let me.
I don't know what is the problem. Might be my. I think it might be my headset actually.
I can actually hear you a lot better than what you was a couple minutes ago.
Yeah, I can hear you better now. I got you turned all the way up.
Excuse me for a minute, everyone. Enjoy my blank screen for a second.
Might be my headset. Can you hear me now? Yeah, I think it's better now.
Yeah, I can hear you a little bit. It's kind of staticky. Something else I can do here. Saw King Air come running up behind me. I thought it was MrMoonDog.
Can we actually play multiplayer? know how to set this movie.
What was that, Games? I barely heard that as I came back.
I will be right back, gentlemen.
Okay. Are you flying in that much turbulence there, Zig?
Yeah, it's a little bouncy.
Preparing to land.
Yes.
Then I'll leave you alone. All right.
Just drop my gear. I'm coming around the corner for like final approach. So
Okay. All right, so I have in the fleet, everyone's idle. Grand Caravan, let's load it.
trying to figure out how I would know when it picks up the locator. So I have it tuned in.
On my RNAV, it didn't pick up until I was about 7 miles out. Then I noticed it. It might have been actually sooner than that.
But I'm not sure if I get any sort of indicator or anything of when that happens. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh shit. Why would I sure wish I could find a video of somebody doing like the ILS landing with this plane, so I just knew where to click and when to click it.
Right. I'm going to set up jobs here, and because I've had quite literally a flawless stream with no...
Hey, you know what? You haven't dropped out at all, have you?
No, I haven't. That's why I'm in some regards, I'm going, I better get the heck out of here. Done. So I'm going to get pilots in order so that they can see that, and then that's what I'm going to do. So, caravan.
If I hit Snoop, hit approach.
Where are we going to? Not going that far.
Was you walking now?
I take off.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I keep hearing Mr. Games. He's muffled a little bit again. It almost sounds like he's got a mic issue or a connection issue with it, and I want to help him do well, but I can't hear him, so I'll watch your chat and see if there's anything I can help him with that way.
Right.
Trust us there, Games. We're not trying to ignore you. We've all quite literally been there, and as frustrated as you are, we've been just as frustrated. So, what's the
I
best
watched
way of
MrMoonDog
putting
get
it?
frustrated just because he's muted his own mic and can't figure out why nobody can hear.
Yeah, yeah. That's a good example. It's a very good example. We'll just leave it as that.
Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah,
I heard you
definitely
that
that time.
What the? What is wrong with this mic? Seriously? Oh, I think I'm just gonna leave it like that now. No, it should be fine now, I think.
Sounds pretty decent.
Yeah.
All right, load.
So yeah, any questions you have, we'll do our very best to answer them.
But like FSX right now is like kind of complicated.
Yeah, it seems complicated at first, but once the most complicated thing I've found about FSX is getting your controls set up. Once you get those set up, everything else just seems to slowly fall in place.
Yeah, but for me it's hard because I just play keyboard and mouse. So yeah.
Don't let that frustrate you all, because even with that, the controls aren't going to be that difficult. Even after you start learning how to set up the autopilot to control most of it.
Yeah, so many tutorials, but they're like too much complicated.
Yeah, that's true too. You got to find someone that you can understand, and it's not overcomplicating it. And then also, actually, you should watch all the Zig's stuff, because no, I'm only kidding. He doesn't have much on the tutorial yet, but by the time he gets done flying his plane, he will.
I watch so many YouTubers that play this. They're just too good at it.
So when I first started playing, the first thing that I learned to do was learned how to use the GPS for navigation. So, and the easiest way to do that is when you know where you are and where you want to go. If you go into the flight planner and just plan that flight and just do GPS direct. And then after that, all you have to do is, the biggest thing is learning how to use that GPS. And honestly, it's a push of 2 buttons to get that to work, isn't it?
Just about.
And that's on the vanilla stuff. Now on the payware stuff, it gets a little bit more, shall we say, involved. That's why I recommend anybody who's starting off brand new.
Yeah.
It's gonna suck because the plane is slow. Start off with a Cessna Skyhawk. It's slow, but